Alright, YouTube, today I'm going to be reviewing the Bear 852 trucks, Land Yacht Zombie Hog 82A wheels, and if you want to see a review of my switch, which is what I'm running these trucks on, I'm sure you can find it in the sidebar, like suggestions and stuff. So yeah, here we go. When you get Bear trucks, it comes with two green barrels, like the barrel you see in this bag, and it really, at least on this setup, is not very turny, and I was kind of bummed about that because I'm used to riding Paris trucks, and Paris are very carby, dancing, sliding, whatever, freestyle trucks, and these are more downhill oriented, so they don't turn as much. So I put an angled riser on my board to increase, let me see if I can get a good view of that, increase the angle to make them turn better. And that helped a little, but I still couldn't get as much turn as I really wanted to out of them. So I put this black cone bushing on the roadside, and you can see there's still the green barrel like that, and there would be two of these, but I didn't feel like it was getting enough carving with that setup, so I put the black cone bushing off of my old Paris trucks, and that helped a lot. And then I still wasn't happy with how much it was carving, and I got the bright idea. You see this little lock nut thing? Well, when you first get Bear trucks, it has, well, I don't know, I don't see them in any of the pictures of them on the internet, but mine, and I have seen some of them, it comes right here underneath the nut so that your nut won't come loose and fall off while you're riding. And I decided, well, if I take that little bit out, maybe it would just give it more space and leave more room for the bushings to turn, and I could get it even looser with how much threads I had left, because I had it all the way loose, but there was just, I wanted to get a little bit more out of it. I took those off today, and now they're perfect. They carve like a dream now, even on this downhill, or not really downhill, this free ride board. I guess you can downhill on a switch too. And they just carve amazingly. I'm 100 times more happy with this board now, just from those few little modifications I did to the trucks. And the wheels were making this really weird sound before, where the bearings were under pressure and they couldn't really, like they were just kind of creaking when I turned. And I think it was because I was putting all my weight on it and the truck would not let it turn anymore, and the wheel was taking all that pressure, and plus they're side set wheels, so it wasn't very like centered on the bearing, and it made this really weird sound. But now that I have it loose, it magically stopped making that weird noise, which I'm really happy with too, because this board was kind of bumming me out because it didn't turn with the crap and the wheels made weird noises. And now all I did was change my trucks up a little, and now it's magnificent, and I love my trucks now and the whole setup, and it even slides better because I can get more leverage over the trucks, or the wheels and everything. Again with the wheels, I really like these wheels. They're very light wheels because the core is this really like light plastic, and it's as much plastic or more than there is urethane. So these wheels are incredibly light compared to like my Sector 9 race formulas, which are like, they also have a plastic core, but it's a thick plastic core, and the wheel just seems a lot heavier, even though they're thinner and the same size, 76 millimeters, they're a lot heavier. And this wheel, I really like its lightness, and now that it's not making that weird noise, I like it a lot much better, or a lot much better, that doesn't make any sense, a lot better. These wheels do kind of wear in a little oddly, like I've flat spotted them a little, and they kind of have ovaled a little, So they're, I guess it's like a half oval. Like one side of the wheel is heavier than the other because of like just sliding, and they tend to like to slide in one spot. So you see, if I put the wheel somewhere, it always rolls down to the center. If you can see that, it wants to stay at wherever the heaviest part is, and that's where the most urethane is left on the wheel. And but that, it kind of makes it ride a little funky when you're going fast because it will like try to wobble a little. But this setup is really, like, even though I have it really loose now, it's really rock solid for downhill. Like, this board is kind of hard to get speed wobbles on, especially with bare trucks. And if you flip them, it's like ridiculous. You could stand on like the tail going like 20 and be okay. If you started wobbling, you could just put your foot back on the front. It's really stable truck that I really like. So yeah, the wheels do leave thin lines. That's always a good thing. So you can see how far you slid and brag about it. You have to kind of really throw into the slide and go pretty far to get them to leave good thin lines, but it's still, like, you don't want any little wimpy thin lines anyway, so that's all good. But yeah, overall, I really like these trucks and wheels, and definitely recommend them.